Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 concepts in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 37. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the first question. They given the structure ABC. ABC is the bicyclic or tricyclic compound. They differ in the bridged carbons. A is the bicyclic compound with 2 bridged carbon and bromine, and B is the 1 bridged carbon with bromine, and C is completely kind of adamantine system with bromine. They are asking rate of solvolysis in ethanol. They given the choices. Choices are you have to guess which one is higher, which one is lower. So from the 3 structures and the solvolysis, you might realize the question is really about rate versus structure. The answer is D. Let us see how. Let us analyze one by one. The compound is losing Br and it goes solvolysis. So we got to find how it undergoes solvolysis in the next step. Here we have to analyze the intermediate, which is cation. Here the reaction is dictated by the strain in the cation. If you look at the A structure, the bridged carbon is 3-1 and bond angle is very much strained. It's like trigonal, very high strain. If you look at the B, it's a little bit strained because of its 4-member ring. C is the adamantine system, it's all like tetrahedral, so no strain, perfect tetrahedral angle, so stable cation. Here the concept is lesser the strain, better will be the solvolysis. The cation form only if there is a possibility of no strain. So if you look at the order, C will come last, A will come next, and B will be the least one. Here the concepts you have to learn here is strain of the intermediate. Cation is the planar molecule, it cannot possess the strain. Lesser will be the strain, better will be the solvolysis. Then let us look at the next question. You have the alkene attached with methyl and it attached with alcohol with 1 methyl group, 2 methylene group. You are using MnO2, they ask you to find the product. The products can be cyclized one with ester formation with different orientations. The ketone formation can be on first position or sixth position or the open chain with dialdehyde group or just the alcohol formation. So there are the 4 possibilities. So from the starting metal with hydroxyl group and the 4 products, you might realize the question is really about reagent versus cyclization. The answer is C. Let us see how. Here the starting metal you have 2 hydroxyl group and you are using MnO2. MnO2 is a selective reagent, it will only oxidize the allylic alcohol. If you look at 2 alcoholic group, A group is only allylic, so it will get oxidized. So you have the aldehyde there. So aldehyde is there. You have alcohol group inside. So intracondensation will occur there. So O- attacks. You have the OH formation. Here ring formation is because of its extra stability. So new 6-member ring is formed. And you have again allylic alcohol. If you look at OH, it's allylic alcohol. So again it will get oxidized. So if you read it nicely, you have the product C. Here 2 allylic oxidation occur and 1 ring closure is occur. So the concepts you have to learn here is MnO2 only oxidize the allylic groups and cyclic product is stable than the linear. Then let us look at the next question. You have bicyclic compound with 2 ketones inside. They are asking number of C13 signals. So you have to guess the structure and its 3D formation. They given the 4 choices. The NMR signals can be 4, 5, 6 or 8 can be. So from the structure and possible 4 values, the C13 NMR question is really about 3D structure, your imagination, and symmetry in the structure and number of signals. Answer is D. Let us see how. Here the structure given in the plain form. We can redraw nicely for our easy understanding. You have to view from the other angle. The viewing angle is given as the arrow. So if we redraw it, you will get very nicely symmetry. The plane bisects through the center. The mirror plane go through the bridged carbon. So you have reflection. So it is definitely the plane of symmetry. The signal will be on either side same. Here I give a number for carbon NMR. There are the 6 different carbons. The numbering can help you to understand. So 6 different signals. So the answer is clearly D there. Here the concepts you have to learn here is always redraw the molecule for imagination and its 3D structure. Second thing is atoms are in the mirror plane reflection will have same chemical shift. Then let us look at the next question. They given the 3 structures ABC. It has the carboxylate anion and has bromine inside. They differ in the number of carbon. First structure A has 2 bromine between carbon and bromine. Second structure has 3. Third structure has 4. So they are asking the reactive rate of cyclization. You have to find which one go faster, which one will go slow. From the 3 structures and the possible answers, you might realize the question is really about ring size versus its reactivity because you are cyclizing it. The answer is C. Let us see how. So let us analyze the cyclization process ABC. Here one catch and important point is here. Here cyclization is possible because bromine is a good leaving group. So O- attacks, bromine leaves, you have ring formation. A will form 4 member, B will form 5 member, C will form 6 member. Everybody thinks C will form quickly. With heteroatom only 5 member ring is stabler than 6 member because of its bond angle. Because oxygen is with lone pair and different bond angles. So 5 member is stable there than the 6 member. Further, if you look at the A, it is 4 member ring, very highly strainful, least stable. So C will come definitely middle. So if you look at the order, B will come first, next C, least will be the A. Here the concepts you outline here is the 5 member is stable with heteroatom, then the 6 member. Then let us look at the next question. They given the alkyne with alcohol. You are using lithium aluminum hydride and sodium methoxide and THF. Next step you are using the iodine. They ask you to find the product. The products can be cis alkene with iodine, trans alkene with iodine, or cis trans iodine and alcohol. So there are the 4 possibilities. So from the reactant alkyne and lithium hydride and iodine and possible 4 products, you might realize the question is really about reagent versus its selectivity. How the reagent attacks, how the product define its stereochemistry. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here starting metal you have alkyne with alcohol, you are doing reduction with lithium aluminum hydride. The interesting thing happened here. What really happened is oxygen can coordinate with the aluminum there, so it will be the guided reduction will be there. So new 5 member ring is formed with alkyne, you have hydrogen transfer there. So hydrogen is transfer. Next step iodine attacks in the transpiration because of its aluminum and its leaving ability, iodine attacks. So it's a trans assistance there. So if you redraw nicely, you have the answer A with iodine and hydrogens are trans. So the answer is clearly A there. Here the concepts you have to learn here is a guided reduction. Like guided lithiation, ortholithiation, it's a guided reduction. In the reduction, hydrogen always added to the alcohol side and next iodine always add in the transpiration. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.